Hi, the time has finally come. Tomorrow we head out towards Vancouver Island. We have been waiting for a few months since we first got the permit to go to the West Coast Trail, and after many months of preparations, we are now ready. It's time to get set and go. So tomorrow we're heading out. We're taking a ferry going across Vancouver Island in order to take the course that is given by Parks Canada before they grant us the final permit to go into the trail. So today I am going to be showing you part of the equipment and that I will be taking with me tomorrow. These are things that I have tried in different trails and different conditions, and they work for me. Not probably the lightest equipment, but it is what works for me. I want you to use it as a guide only of the things that can be used to hike, and hopefully if you have any comments, please leave them down below. So follow me and let's go and see what I have together for you. This is the full spread of the equipment, clothing, food, personal items that I will be taking tomorrow and the next 7-8 days on the West Coast Trail. Let's go one by one so we can get a little bit more detail on the equipment that I have with me. First of all, I will be taking the GoLite Jam 50 backpack. It is actually very nice, lots of space, and it's a roll top or cinch top backpack. Inside the backpack I will be putting a bag that I made out of Dyneema fiber, DCF, very light, and I made it exactly to fit the inside of the backpack. And a piece of equipment that I'm not 100% sure whether I will take or not at this point is a backpack cover. It definitely adds some protection against the element in case it rains, and I believe it rains a lot in the West Coast Trail, but the weight of it, and given the fact that I already have a the Dyneema fiber composite bag on the inside, may be an overkill. So it might be one of those things that this afternoon, when we do the final shakedown of the pack, I may eliminate. We continue with another one of the big three. In this case, it is my tent, my shelter, and the tent, I took it out of its original bag, but it is a half dome two-person tent by REI, and this is the stakes and the frame of the tent. Also in the category of shelter is a tarp that I made out of silk poly. This I made at home, and it works quite nice. I just put it in a Big Agnes stuff sack that I had laying around, so I didn't have to make a bag for it. Next to it, the heaviest item in my bag will be, of course, the food. I have waited for 7 days with including all the food that I described in the video prior to this, and all the snacks and a couple extra things. It is 10 pounds in the bag that I will use for bear hanging if necessary. Personal item, that will be necessary is, of course, my my light, my flashlight. These are my camp shoes. A very comprehensive first aid kit, some toiletries, personal cleanliness equipment, knee brace that I may need later. In the water department, I have a filter. Is going to be the one that I will use will be the 1 liter Katahdin Be Free that I will use only to replenish a couple platypus bags that I have right here, which is what I'm going to be drinking off. For this is a luxury item. It is a Thermarest Z-Seat that I will use just in case I need to sit down or warm up. It keeps your butt nice and warm and nice and dry also. For my sleeping equipment, I will use the Z-Packs down-filled 20-degree bag. It is fantastic. I was not 100% sure when I ordered it if I was going to like the fact that it's a kind of like a top quilt, but hiking and sleeping in it in the past few days in Yellowstone, I discovered that I really love it. It is nice, it is lofty, and it packs into nothing, into this bag that is actually included with the backpack. This is also a fully waterproof bag. Next, in my sleeping system, I am using the Thermalite Sea2 Summit pad, and inside I have Moonlens pillow. Very comfy also. Continuing with the equipment that I will be taking in this bag, I have all my cooking equipment. It has a titanium cup, a titanium 500 milliliter cooking pot, and also the stove, the fuel canister, and I also made a bag for bear hanging if we ever need it. Another piece of personal equipment that must never fail is the good old TP toilet paper. In this ditty bag I have my GoPro and extra batteries and charging equipment that I might need on the trail. Other equipment that is very necessary on all trails, and in this case I used also for using my video camera, is a pair of hiking poles. West Coast Trail is also habitat for bears, black bears, so I have a bear canister, if hope that I don't need it, and small multi-tool. Items of clothing: good old gaiters to keep your the bottom of your legs nice and dry. Staying with nice and dry is my rain jacket, an EMS rain jacket, and of course next to that, the other important piece of equipment is rain pants. To keep warm, I have a Columbia sweater, and of course a North Face puffy, good old puffy, and a nice warm hat for the evenings. Daytime, and to change into clean clothes. Daytime, I will be wearing hopefully a pair of Columbia shorts and Columbia Omni-Shade sun protection shirt, and a hat, socks, and a buff. To change at camp, I have a pair of Columbia pants, Omni-Dry pants, long pants, can be zipped into shorts, a merino wool sweater, long sleeve. I also have a Capilene shirt in case I need to have another layer of warmth during the day or once I get to camp. 2 pairs of undies that I will be exchanging on daily basis, and 2 pairs of socks, a bandana. Not sure about using a mosquito head net, and it has been recommended that we wear gloves on the ascent of the ladders. So that gives you an idea of all the equipment that I will be carrying with me. The only one other thing that is necessary to add into my my equipment list is a compass, a Suunto Ranger style compass, and we will also have all a map that is I believe is provided by Parks Canada after we get through their course. Believe it or not, all the equipment fit in the backpack, and the final weight on the whole gear is 38 pounds. It's a little bit higher than I originally wanted to have, but it is what it is. There is the trip is a multi-day with the possibility of a lot of rain and a lot of change in temperature. Some days might be very cold, some days might be very hot, so you gotta be prepared for everything, since there is no resupply or anything in the middle of the trail. So I hope this works for you, and if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them on the comment section. Until next time, and goodbye.